The Polystudio Large Room Kit includes a Polystudio E70 camera, the Polystudio E70 Power over Ethernet cable, a Power over Ethernet injector, a USB-A to USB-C cable, a Poly Gc8 touch control, the Poly Gc8 power cable, a 10-meter USB-A to USB-C fiber optic cable, a mini HDMI to HDMI cable, and a USB-A to micro USB cable. You have the option to purchase either a Lenovo ThinkSmart Core or Dell Optiplex as your Poly Room PC. We'll configure it for your specific UC application. Displays connecting HDMI or DisplayPort cables and Ethernet cable are not provided. For installation only, you will also need a No. 1 Phillips head screwdriver and a flathead screwdriver. It is also recommended that you have a USB keyboard and USB mouse. In order to get full room sound, it's advised that you purchase an additional Poly audio conferencing device, such as a Polytrio C60, PolySync 60, or a DSP with ceiling microphone and loudspeaker certified by your UC application. Before installing, please ensure that you have a license and account for your UC application. Let's start by setting up the Poly Gc8. First, loosen the screw on the bottom panel with a No. 1 Phillips head screwdriver. Press the rubber circles located on the left and right side of the bottom panel and slide the panel up to remove it. Now loosen the screw on the cable guard with a flathead screwdriver. Remove the cable guard. Connect the USB-C end of the USB-A to USB-C cable to the Poly Gc8. Connect the USB-A end of the USB-A to USB-C cable to the conferencing PC. Connect the power cable to the Poly Gc8, but do not plug it into a power source yet. If you want to allow users to share content in a conference using HDMI, connect the mini HDMI to HDMI cable to the mini HDMI port on the Poly Gc8. If using the Polytrio C60 as your audio device, plug in the USB-A end of the included cable to your Poly Gc8 and the micro USB end of the cable into your Polytrio C60. If using the PolySync 60, plug in the USB-A end of the USB-A to USB-C cable into your Poly Gc8 and the USB-C end into your PolySync 60. For all other audio devices, follow the instructions provided with the device. Reattach the cable guard and the bottom panel. Next, let's move on to the Polystudio E70 camera. Mount the camera according to the instructions included with your mounting kit. Then simply connect the USB-C to USB-A cable from the Polystudio E70 to the conferencing PC. Connect an Ethernet cable to the Polystudio E70 Power over Ethernet port, but do not plug into a power source yet. Polystudio room kits support 1 to 2 monitors. 2 monitors allow you to view far-end video and shared content simultaneously. Please note that if using 4K monitors, we recommend using a 1080p limited EDID emulator. This prevents the room controls from appearing on your screen instead of on your Poly Gc8. Before connecting the monitors, make sure that they are unplugged from their power sources. For Lenovo ThinkSmart Core PCs, you will need 2 HDMI cables to connect 2 monitors. For Dell Optiplex PCs, you will need 1 DisplayPort cable and 1 HDMI cable, or 2 DisplayPort cables to connect 2 monitors. To install a non-4K screen, connect one end of the cable to your monitor and the other to your conferencing PC. Repeat with the second monitor. To install a 4K screen with 1080p limited EDID emulator, connect the cable to your conferencing PC and the emulator, then refer to your emulator's manufacturer's instructions. Repeat this process with the second monitor. Next, use the Ethernet cable to connect the conferencing PC to an Ethernet port. You also have the option to purchase an Icron USB extension solution to extend USB 3.1 devices over a single CAT cable. In preparation for Windows installation, you can also plug in a USB keyboard and USB mouse to the conferencing PC for easier completion of setup prompts. It's important that you power up all components in the correct order. First, plug the Poly Gc8 into a power source. Secondly, plug in the conferencing PC. Third, plug the Polystudio E70 into a Power over Ethernet port. If a Power over Ethernet port is not available, use the included Power over Ethernet injector. Finally, plug in and power on the monitors and any attached audio devices. The conferencing PC may reboot more than once as it downloads and installs updates. Do not shut down the conferencing PC during this process. Now your system is properly cabled and powered on. Please follow the installation instructions for Windows and your UC application so that you can start your Poly conferencing experience.